Hey folks, KILT-MAN here, KILT-MAN at your services. How are you all? Hope you're all doing very, very well. Now, the run-up to Halloween is proceeding with gusto. And I don't know.
What makes him think I can?
Whiskey?
What makes him stop and stand his ground?
Super glue.
When he's afraid,
We have a mystery unboxing to do, courtesy of our great friend over the pond, over in South Alabama. Yeah, Alabama. Halloween Rock, H Rock, and boy, does H rock. This is the 4th Transatlantic Treasure trove that he sent over so far, and they've all been spectacular. And I know one thing that's in here, because he performed his own odyssey, going interstate to Florida, to thrift shops and army surplus stores to try to find a particular garment for me, because he knew that the garment I had was incorrect, as I've always said. And that, I've heard about all the expeditions he went on and what he's done, and it's in there. Well, let's hope it's in there. It should be in there. So that, I think he's told me that'll be on top inside the box, and so I'll kind of do that one last, I think. Well, I don't know. We'll see, shall we? We'll see. But what he has said, first proviso was take all the shipping and customs notes off it. Now, this arrived while I was doing the school run yesterday, so I wasn't in, but I advised the servants, take all the shipping notes off, and all that kind of stuff, because the shipping notes might give details as to what could be in there, and blow the whole gaff. So I come back, and yeah, the box, here it is folks. The box has been completely and utterly ripped asunder. Hasn't been opened, but all the things have been taken off it. And there's a huge big pile, it was all like sellotaped and ticker taped up, and it was like a big ball, and the cat was playing with it all like so. Anyway, but also on top of there was, and he told me, and I gave advice about this, was a great big 16-page jiffy bag letter. 16-page letter in a jiffy bag. Let's get that bit right. Which I haven't opened it yet. Haven't read that. I know you're not going, oh, read his letter out. No. There could be a lot of private information in there, which I will not divulge, obviously. But 16 pages. 16 pages. This guy emails me. Yeah, you think a letter's old school? Email is old school now as well. I barely ever email anyone at all. And he describes everything in fine detail. He leaves great big comments on the video on the channel, and it's great. He likes to. It's his way of conversing, and to read a letter. I think I said last time, it's a bit of a joyous thing because it's a lost art, letter writing, and he does compose his letters, and they're beautifully written, very legible. And it's great. They're not typed up, they're handwritten, the personal touch, and it's lovely. So, H Rock, keep it coming, mate. I honestly don't. He said, God, you're thinking 16 pages because you warned me about it. You go, oh God, don't send that to me. No, I don't mind at all. I used to write letters way back in the day. I can't write anything now. I try for videos. I write some notes down, little notes, but it's just illegible. So I write my notes down in speed and haste and urgency. Hey folks, KILT-MAN here. And then I refer to my notes and I can't fucking read them because the writing's so horrible. It was a lost art, but he's retained it. So anyway, what we know about this box, he has said 70s, it's 70s horror. And he made reference to eco horror, which is why I've got Grizzly up there, and I'm playing Robert O'Raglan's score for the great 1976 horror eco thriller Grizzly. Jaws with paws, Jaws on land, claws. I love the movie. I've reviewed it, and I have done a commentary for it on the channel as well. So look for that. And it has this lovely opening sort of main theme, what makes a man a man. So we said eco horror. The 70s was an absolute, a mecca for eco horror. There were so many. Not only was it a grandstanding decade for horror movies like Halloween, The Exorcist, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Dawn of the Dead, Suspiria. Oh God, so many. The Omen. Oh. But eco horror, Grizzly. You had the Swarm, you had Night of the Lepus. Lepus, that's rabbits to you and me. Poor old Sheriff Stuart Whitman has to advise and warn a whole outdoor drive. You don't get many indoor drive-ins, do you? Old drive-in cinema full of teens. We must evacuate the area. There is a horde of rampaging killer rabbits on the way here. But they are, it's quite nasty. You had Food of the Gods, you had Day of the Animals, done by William Gale, who directed Grizzly. You had Frogs, you had Squirm, you had Kingdom of the Spiders, Invasion of the Giant Spiders, or the Giant Spider Invasion. You had loads of Eco Piranha, many more. Phase 4 about ants, Bug with Bradford Dillman about cockroaches, super intelligent cockroaches. Yeah, nature was turning against man, and I know that H-Rock loves that sort of genre, so I'm presuming there's a fair bit of that in here. So anyway, KILT-MAN, cut the preamble and let's get on with it. But first of all, he did advise me to get some plonk, some booze, and to celebrate we have a single malt called Highland. It is a single malt and it is called Highland. Not very original, is it? And I don't think I've tried this one. There's other single malts with Highland in the name. Highland Park, Highland Grove, Highland Trees, Highlander. And I don't think I've tried this one. So, I did take the seal off it before, but I've not. Ooh. Now you shouldn't drink a single malt from the bottle. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. And I did get a glass ready. There's a glass behind me there, but fuck it. Salute! Okay. Come back up. Not like the flavour comes back up your throat, and wow, that's inflaming nostrils. Didn't expect that. Very nice. I'll be drinking a lot more of that. Right, folks, we have the ski and do, the trusty ski and do, to make our first incision. And I think he said to me that the main thing which we're going to get to is on top. I think that's what the order of the day is. We shall find out now. So I'll be very careful with the. See, it always takes that death plunge. And there was a lot of shipping notes and customs notes. Bear with me. Oh, before I go any further, I should have said he likes to write a lot of things, and on the bottom of this, let's try and pick this up. Can you read all that? I'll let you have a good perusal. It's all written backwards as far as I can see on the lens, so I'll have to read it out. It says, "To KILT-MAN from Halloween Rock," and a great big cool snazzy pumpkin with shades on. And a quote, "Who dwells in a land of forever night and embraces the bliss which is Halloween eternal." And you have a laughing skull, which looks like Return of the Living Dead. You have a bat, a spook, and you have a cat. Oh, bloody... You've got to see that cat. Look at that cat there. Yeah. And I'm sure there will be a cat making an appearance here as well. So let's get back to this. Right, got that. Now what he tends to do, we find a smorgasbord of cardboard. Box of horrors beware, it says. What he's done in the past, there's been lots of individual items and they're all packed up and individually. And there's a little post-it note on it with a quote from the movie in question. And I'm good at guessing a lot of things, I know, but I did come across it a couple of times on some of the things that he sent, and I've just gone, I don't even know what that is. But I don't know if he's done it this time, but he probably has. I mean, it's a bit of fun for you, H-Rock, isn't it? to watch KILT-MAN squirm. So we have Box of Horrors Beware. We have KILT-MAN versus Jaws. Wow! Well, I wish I still had that physique. Look at this. Pow! Right in Jaws' kisser. There's KILT-MAN in his kilt. I used to draw myself in work notes and memos like that. I don't quite look like that anymore. Kind of filled out up here, and the old midriff. The midriff has succumbed to that, you know, middle-aged spread. But look at that. That's brilliant. Nice bit of, you've gone to town on a tart, and he's made me legs all super hairy as well. Wow, the face. That is a work of genius, mate. That is genius. That's going up on a wall somewhere. Right, okay, right. That there is the main item, the main thing. I think some of you might know what this is because I'm sure I mentioned this in the previous video that he was going out his way to try to find all the bits for this. So should we leave that? Let's leave that. Go on, let's leave it for the time being. I know what that is, and that's good. We're going to spend a bit of time on that. Well, we've got some more cardboard with another message on it. You have been warned. What lies within is a vast amount of horror from the 1970s. So he wasn't lying. It is from the 70s. So thank God. And the 70s was an awesome era. As was the 80s as well. The 70s was a bit more pioneering. Well, I'm dead right. I can see before me vast amounts of bubble wrap and vast amounts of packaging and lots of notes. Oh boy, am I going to be in trouble with this. I mean, I'm playing Grizzly, I'm showing Grizzly because I'm kind of thinking Grizzly could be in here. And H-Rock did send me that as well, that great one sheet for the film Grizzly. Before we dive in any further, let's dive into this. Cheers, y'all. Cheers, H. One of our favourite barmaids in the cast. Her name's Helen, but we know her as H. So that trips off the tongue now. Cheers, H. Right, so we have notes. Hey, KILT-MAN, underneath this is everything else. Yeah. Open the little... Underneath this is everything else. Does he mean this? Open the little box with a shark drawn on it first, then unwrap this. The two pieces kind of go together. Careful framed image with glass. Attention with a pentagram as well. Like, oh God, have I got to assemble something? Oh, Captain Gammyhand. In the land of Hamfistia, there is a statue, a very broken statue of KILT-MAN. There's another note here. So do I not... What's it say again? Open the little box with the shark drawn it first, then unwrap this. Okay, so let's put that to one side then. Right. Okay, well, with a little shark drawn on it or whatever. Oh! Ah! Shark drawn on it! Should we do that then? Should we do that now? Oh, right. The quote, there's a shark. Cut here and cut here, it says. Jesus H. Christ, Chief. Best dropper of the chum marker. And we all know who that is. So, I open this first. Oh, H-Rock, if I've got to get technical. Oh, I've already got a sense of trepidation now. If I've got to, so, cut here, it says. Yeah. I'm following instructions, mate. And cut here. Right. This is like one of them escape rooms. I'm getting clues all the time. It says read after. Read after what? After afternoon? After much whiskey? After you've connected all this. Read after. Okay, right, so I've done this right, haven't I? I'm opening this first. God, the cat's going to have a field day with all the baggage and the wrappings and all this. Oh. United States Postal Service. That's a can. Is it a can of, is it Nantucket beer? What Quint drinks? Narragansett, not Nantucket. And it is! It is! That is Quint's tipple of choice. And that, oh, I should have got it from the Jesus H. Christ. Jesus H. Christ. Lager beer. Wow, 1975, limited edition. Now, someone's going to correct me on this. Is that a genuine beer, or was that just done for the movie? I should know this stuff. I really should. But hey, you know, I'm getting old now. I'm going along with it's real. It's real beer. So that is connected to this, and I've got the note to read after. Oh, why are we playing Grizzly? We should be on Jaws now, shouldn't we? Oh God, let's get on to Jaws. This will probably happen a lot, by the way, folks, so bear with me. Jaws, where the hell's Jaws? Oh yeah. And of course, we've now got the alternate score as well, which was released by Intrada only recently, which I've threatened to do videos on, and I will do. So, hey KILT-MAN, underneath this is everything else. Open the little box, done, with shotgun first, then unwrap this. The two pieces kind of go together. Okay, right. He's not half taped down the bubble wrap. He's got the app. Yeah. I'm sure some of you guys that send me these things just do this to make me look really stupid. Is this several things in one here? I don't want things to like spill out all over the dark. Like that little kitten. Oh! Folks, did you see that? The frame has split. Oh man, I take full responsibility for that. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, look, nothing ever stays broken for too long in this house. Well, it does if I try to fix it. I'll hold that together. The frame is split. Just in the corner, so I still can't see what this is. And there's a note. How many more notes are there? There's a note on the back to Chris KILT-MAN from Halloween Rock. After all the Jaws related videos and the videos you've done as Quint, I thought this picture deserves to be hanging in the Kilt Mansion. Cheers, mate. And there's me gonna split the frame. You see that? Down here. It just went, didn't it? You know, I'll check the bite radius on that later. Okay, so... Well, it can't be that, surely. Oh. Of course. Oh. Alright. Yeah, we've got a problem with that frame. Look, honour the man, crush the can. Oh, I'm not going to crush that can. Oh, mate. And no, actually, you could do, because it should be crushed. No. I am not gonna do it right now. If I'm gonna do it, and you should do it, because I think that's what H-Rock, am I right? That's what you want me to do? Oh, it says read after, doesn't it? Sorry, can you see that? There he is. Narragansett. Oh, that frame's gone. Crush it like Quint. Narragansett lager. Brilliant. Now, I deliberately didn't put a lot of Jaws things out in the background, because I knew we were going to be covering other things as well. Oh, you can always make out the shark did that. Or maybe it's Ben Gardner getting revenge from beyond the grave. Well, Ben Gardner did this. Oh, that's a pain, isn't it? God. Oops. But what you can do when we put that on, what's in the box, the bag over there, and then we crush the can. Yeah. So this was read after. Hey KILT-MAN, I got the poster and the beer can off eBay together. It actually came with 2 cans, both with minor dings, but still looking good. So I kept one and sent, of course, and sent the other one with the poster to you. Too bad the cans were empty. And of course they were never. Of course they are newer, having just been released. Yeah, but they still look the part. Yeah, I get what you mean. Anyways, just another Jaws prop you can put in the background. Cheers, brother. And there's a great shark fin there, cruising through the briny. Ring lights pinged it out. Take my word for it. I do think that should be crushed. H-Rock, you can tell me not to do it because I'm taking, you know, all my provisos from your good self. If you don't want me to crush that, I won't crush it. But I've got a feeling that with that display, you could do a great sort of background display of Quintisms, and that can sort of just crushed, and everyone would know, everyone would get it. Oh, let's put that somewhere. I'm going to put that there. I don't know if you can see that there. Yeah. Oh, speaking of alcohol, don't mind if I do. Cheers, y'all. Here's to swimming with bow-legged women. Here lies the body of Mary Lee, died at the age of 103. For 15 years she kept her virginity. Not a bad record for this vicinity. Right, okay. Have I got any more orders on how I'm supposed to do this? I haven't. We have, that's metal, that's a metal frame. And I'm not talking about pleasure boating or day sailing. I'm talking about working for a living. I'm talking about sharking. You know, around here, Merseyside, sharking means something else. It doesn't mean going out looking for sharks. It means going out on the sniff. See, I'm basically, so what you're doing, you're in pubs and clubs and you're out with your mates and you're sharking, you're looking for a female, you know. Bow-legged, maybe, optional. But you're sharking, you know, you're on the sniff, on the pull, so you're moving through crowds and all that, looking for like, oh, short skirts, stilettos, you know. That all stops when you get married. So what have we got here then? Portable shower and monkey cage. Oh God. Oh, I can't get into. Yeah. One of the things that's defeated me in later life is bubble wrap. That'll be on my grave, that. We wrapped him in bubble wrap. He'll never get out of this one. You may think he's undead, but oh yeah, I have seen this and I have wanted it, and now I have it. Oh, cheers, man. That is brilliant. That is. Oh, there's gonna you guys probably think I've got a shrine to Quint, but I really haven't. There's not one singular place where I've got a lot of Quint stuff. Quint stuff is everywhere. It's basically everywhere. You can't go to the bathroom without seeing Quint's face. You know, some shark jaws. You can't go there. Yellow barrel will be there. You know, everything in this house, in the mansion, is Quint related. But that's awesome. Look at that, and a little bit it's weathered as well. It's all rusted. I do love these signs. They're great. I've got to get the silver shamrock one for Halloween 3. I've always wanted to get hold of that. I haven't done it as yet. There it is. Established 1975. Well, let's be honest. He was doing it before 1975. If we're going to be... He didn't just start it the year that Jaws came out. He's been doing it for a long, long time. But that's outstanding. Let me put that now. Let's put that there. Sorry, Laurie. There we go. Well, you can barely see that, but it's there. Oh, That's great, mate. That is wonderful. And I should have got dressed as Quint, shouldn't I? Because I know what's in there. Okay. Okay, let's dive in. What's... Okay, that is not Jaws. Sally, I hear something. Stop. Stop. Sally, I hear something. Stop, stop. '70s. Big, big, influential horror movie. And we have the music as well. I think we do. Sure we do. It's a shame to get off Jaws though, isn't it? And to play something as really abstract and bizarre as what's going to come up right now. You can hear this. Sally, I can hear something. Stop, stop. It's somebody in a wheelchair being pushed through a really sweaty, horrible bit of, scrubbery and trees. And then suddenly, Sally raises the torch, and you see that guy, Leatherface. Oh! And she's like, ah! Legs it. And then poor Franklin gets chainsawed to bits in his wheelchair. It's Texas Chainsaw Massacre, folks. It's Tobe Hooper. And, well, let's open it, shall we? It feels like a figure. A figure. Bubble wrap. Very noisy bubble wrap. Oh my god, I thought it was that figure. It's not, it's a Toonie Terror Leatherface. Oh, these are great. The Funkos and the Toonie Terrors, I know that some collectors kind of go like, but they're not proper figures, are they? They're kind of caricatures and they're jokey versions. They're absolutely brilliant. I love these things, and to come out of his hand. I don't want to break anything else. Oh God, don't tell me you've broken this. No. We're all right. We're laughing. Leatherface, there he is. Gunnar Hansen. That was pretty convincing, wasn't it? That could almost have been an outtake from the original movie. Terrifying film. Tobe Hooper always said it's a comedy, which is why he did Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, which I love, and I've reviewed both movies a lot on the channel, or talked about them a lot. He did Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 as an outright satire, a black comedy, because he went, look, no one got the joke first time round. And for a long time I thought, what joke are you inferring? Because I've seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre and it ain't funny. It actually is. It is a funny film. And no, before you go like, what? You strange weirdo, you. Looking like this, wearing a kilt, I can't really argue with that, can I? But if you start watching it with the frame of mind that it's good, it's a funny film, you will see it in a different light. It doesn't work with other movies. It doesn't work with Night of the Living Dead, but it works with this because they're so OTT characters, and the situation and the dialogue are so bizarrely absurd that you can have a real good laugh with this movie. But you've got to start off with that mindset. It won't work any other way. That's a great figure, isn't it? Oh, brilliant. Oh, let's put him. Where are we going to put him now? We're out of bloody space. Oh, shit. Put him there. We have Linda Blair there. Doing the spider walk. The Exorcist, of course, was a huge hit in the 70s. Well, would you believe it? Would you Adam and Eve it? You know where I'm going. You already know where I'm going with this now. If I can just... You're not telling me I've not got The Exorcist. I have got I've definitely got The Exorcist. Oh, screw it. We'll do Exorcist 3. because that is clearly a garment, a t-shirt, and the quote is, it says first person, but I've already sussed it. I just clocked it straight away then. Would you like some brandy in that, Father? Second person, well, my doctor says I shouldn't, but thank God my will is weak. That's Chris McNeil, Ellen Burstyn, Linda Blair's mother, Reagan's mother, to Father Merrin, Max von Sydow. And that's a t-shirt. That's a t-shirt. Smothered in bubble wrap. Ugh. Well, let's put that there. See that? Oh, that's kind of like a stone washed black, or even dark, very dark grey. I like that. Oh, and it is the iconic image. One of the most satanic images ever. One of the most eye-catching, iconic and scary images. And yet, the thing is, he's the good guy. He's the hero. Well, not quite the hero. He does his best against Pazuzu. But look at that. And look at the eerie green glow. Is that glow in the dark? Is it? I wonder. I do wonder. It's very weathered. So it's crinkly, you know, and but that's how it's meant to be. But that is boss. That, look at it. I mean, you can hang that on the wall. It's that good. The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. The power of fucking shit. Oh, mate. Brilliant, sensational. I have not got any Exorcist t-shirt. I haven't. No, I haven't. I have. Well, I'm lying. I have. There it is. Okay, what's next? What's next? There's a big tube there. That's clearly a poster. But we're going to go with... another t-shirt. Out there, they're coming back. They're coming back to life. They're everywhere. That is zombie flesh eaters. It's got to be. That's got to be Ian McCulloch saying that when you get into Richard Johnson's shanty hospital on the island of Matul, Lucio Fulci's, a little nasty gnome of spaghetti splatter. His take on George Romero's Dawn of the Dead and Zombie Cycle. And in many ways, his film improves. I haven't opened it yet, but that's got to be, that's got to be, hasn't it? Should I open it first to make sure? Otherwise, I've gone down a really stupid tangent. No, that's what he said. That's what Peter says. Ian McCulloch's character. They get in there and they shut the doors. His ankle's been ripped up and all that. Like, they've lost the gorgeous Auretta Gay. Oh, so adorable. They want to go skinny dipping and meet a tiger shark and a zombie underwater. And they get in there, the zombies have risen and they manage to get in the hospital and they barricade the door, and Peter just goes like, they're out there, they're coming back to life, they're everywhere. And we got, olive green, olive drab, military. Oh, I've got a feeling, I'm wrong, aren't I? I'm going to be wrong about this one. It's upside down, isn't it? No. No. It's Where Am I? The Conquistador zombie. Oh, that's a brilliant image. I mean, he is genuinely terrifying. Already, they managed to stop after crashing the Jeep, having seen Richard Johnson's wife being devoured, Splinter Eye being devoured. They hit a zombie and they crash the Jeep, and like they're all knackered, and they take an ill-timed little sojourn in the middle of the jungle, and suddenly hands keep coming up. You know what we're going to do? Of course we're going to do it. Zombies. Oh God, no. Here we go. And let's get up to. We're going to turn that down. Fabio Frizzi's fantastic score for Zombie, with just an I, not an E. Zombie 2, and Zombie Flesh Eaters. had many different titles. And the zombies start coming up, hands come out of the ground, start grabbing all our heroes, and then big Brian Alcaliver, not John, Luigi something or other. He's Italian with it, uses a lot of American and British names to sell the movies properly. And he runs off to go and save Peter and Tisa Farrow, Mia Farrow's sister, and leaving the gorgeous Loretta Gay alone as this motherfucker claws his way up the ground, gets up, and he towers above it. Great, fantastic camera work, and she's doesn't run. She's rooted to the spot with fear, and he's goes, oh, and you see all the maggots in his eye, worms in his eye, hence the name Worm Eye, not Maggot Eye. And she just goes, and he goes, and then rips that latex throat out, and the blood just goes in slow motion for ages and ages, and she just hits the deck and dies. And then our heroes turn up there with the rifle, put bullets into him, which do nothing, of course. And then our hapless main hero, Peter, Ian McCulloch, rips up a crucifix, a wooden crucifix, and clocks him in the noggin, knocking him, and then smashes it down his head, a big welter of brain goo and all sorts, forgetting the fact that this guy's been buried for at least 300 years there in that old cemetery. Why would there be any blood in him at all? But who cares? It's super gory and super scary. He's genuinely terrifying, and what an iconic, hey. And you've got some imagery down below. You have this. What's happening now? You've got the graveyard. I'm sure there's hands coming there. Can't quite see. You've got some shambling ghouls. You've got the hospital on fire. I think in the back. Oh no, there's a hospital there. No, the hospital's on fire there. There is. And you've got the shambling dead. Fantastic, mate.
And 2 African tribal rights were brought here by the slave trade.
That's Brian speaking there. Brilliant, mate. Brilliant. What do we have here? Ooh.
I know it's impossible.
It's rather substantial. Oh, he did say he was sending an old Betamax or VHS cassette, because I've still got many old video cassettes for like the late 70s and early 80s, obviously, and a lot of the band stuff as well. But I got rid of so many as well. I had literally tens of thousands. I'm the man that bought 2 video libraries. When they were going out of business, I bought all their stock for next to nothing, and I was only about 17 at the time. Let's get on that. I was younger. I was working full time at 17. I was only a 16-year-old doing YTS. Sir, I don't want to spoil your day here, but something has got to be done with that body. I'll tell you something else, Mr. Crockett. You've overdone it with those pesticides and poisons here. I'm afraid to think what's happening. I know what it is now, only because of the name, Mr. Crockett. If I remember rightly, the guy speaking is the great Sam Elliott. Sam Elliott, yeah. The cinema's greatest real-life cowboy. The man who, you think Kurt Russell owns facial foliage with his great twirly moustaches and a great big beard to the eyes now, and even Mel Gibson, but the guy that rocks the tash is Sam Elliott. My God, brilliant. And this is Frogs. It's got to be Frogs. If I'm wrong again, I'm trying to think of another Mr. Crockett. Davy Crockett. There's a Crockett in Miami Vice. There's a Crockett in oh God, Salem's Lot. Fred Willard, who's having the affair, who gets a shotgun, double-barrel shotgun in his gob, just in his shorts. He's like, oh, when he gets sus for having an affair. Oh, well, it can't be that. No, Frogs is about a plantation owner in a deep south, and they've made a fortune, and it's Ray Milland who plays the patriarch of this family, the Crockett's, and they're all meeting for the 4th of July and his birthday the next. If I remember rightly, I've not seen it for God a long time, and but they've been pumping shite into all the rivers and all that, like in the swamps, and it's killing the wildlife. And Sam Elliott's a wildlife photographer, so he goes there to investigate all this, and he ends up staying with these people, and all the animal wildlife turn against them. Frogs are leading the charge, but you've got all sorts of animals: snakes, spiders, geckos, iguanas, and oh god, what else? Loads of things. And well, I hope I'm right about this. I can't get into it. I've got the soundtrack to Frogs somewhere by Les Baxter. This has got to be Frogs. It's got to be Frogs. Oh, okay. Oh. It's Frogs. Warner. Now, I never had this on official cassette. Never had it. I had it taped off TV, UK terrestrial TV. It's the first time I ever encountered this movie. I knew of the film in horror books. I'd seen it, horror tomes, but it was on TV. And I don't know if you can see there. The image is of a great big frog with a human hand in it. Now that's oh, it is Betamax. It is a Betamax case and a Betamax cassette. Beta was better. It's just that JVC bought out everything, distribution, and they swamped Betamax. There you are. Longer tapes. You could record better durability, better freeze frame, better picture search. Oh mate, that's outstanding. I love it. Of course, I can't play it, but that is great. The Frogs may rule. They're leading the rebellion against, because all this horrible, eccentric, nasty, backstabbing family all want inheritances and all that. They're all on this plantation. They're having a great big dinner banquet. It's the 4th of July the next day, but it's also Ray Milland's birthday, and he's wheelchair bound. He's a complete nutter twat. And but the family get picked off one by one by all various animals and stuff, and snakes and alligators. Yeah, alligators. A lot of that going on as well. And but I think the scene, it's quite early on. I think one of the sons has to go and investigate why the phone lines aren't working. So he goes out and the lines, but he finds an opportunity to go and hunt animals. So he starts shooting birds and then goes out into the bayou and all that. And if I remember correctly, he shoots himself in the foot or in the shin or something, like, because he stumbles and shoots himself, and he's lying there, in agony. And the Spanish moss, is it called, sort of comes to life, Evil Dead style, and it meshes him. And as he's lying there, like, he's totally ensnared, all tarantulas come down from the trees and start stalking towards him. God. Oh, it's brilliant movie. It's very clever as well. It's a great sort of like a 10 Little Indians, Agatha Christie sort of thing, except you know what's doing it, because you're seeing the animals doing it. It's why they're doing it, and they're fighting back. And Sam Elliott susses it all out. Poisons and toxins, it's your fault. And spoiler alert, at the end of it, Sam Elliott escapes with what's her name? It'll be here somewhere. Joan Van Ark. They escape, but the frogs all descend on the mansion house, and Ray Milland's there, and the frogs at the windows, and you've seen them throughout the movie appearing at the windows, like almost like they're organising all the deaths and the killings, and then intimidating the family, and especially Ray Milland. And so, and they all get in and they swamp him, and does he have a heart attack or just chokes on frogs? Interesting story about frogs. Long time ago, early 90s, me and Mrs. KILT-MAN went, we used to travel up and down the country all the time, and I'm not sure whereabouts it was. It was the south, but was it southeast? Southwest? I don't know. Was it Shropshire? I don't know. Cotswolds? I don't know where it was now. Was it the Vale of Evesham? I don't know. Lots of country lanes and all that. And we went to, it was advertised, a frog pleasure park. What? So we went to this little village, and yeah, lo and behold, you went off the beaten track, and there's a little trail there, and there's a great big pond with tons of frogs and toads and all that, all there, all like ribbiting away, and they had like slides going into the pond. There was a crazy golf course as well, sort of just off to one side, and the frogs were all on this. I mean, they weren't playing golf. I mean, I don't know what people thought they were going to see, just a bunch of frogs living in their natural environment, which has been horribly eco-distressed by man's vanity. Let's make the frogs play games. They've got race cars, there's a racetrack there, they can ride little horses as well. And it was like, you're like, back in, I can't show you pictures because they're all like, and to be honest, they're in photo albums long since lost. But how bizarre was that? You know, not a frog farm, a frog pleasure park. Cheers to frogs. On that same trip, that exact same trip, another weird thing happened. I mean, we're driving down country lanes, and you know, they're backing up at the best of times, little hairpin turns, like corners you can't see around, and they put those stupid fishbowl mirrors so that you can see what's coming down the corner. Oh, it doesn't work at all. And Mrs. KILT-MAN driving down these lanes. It's like Dennis Weaver in Duel, only you're not fighting a semi-truck, you're fighting combine harvesters and tractors and stuff like. We ended up, and it was summertime, it was dead warm. We didn't have a dog at the time, we didn't have any kids either, so it was just us. All those blissful, carefree days, and we just driving around, and we were going somewhere, the frog farm, I don't know. We were going somewhere else, and it was dead hot. So I remember like saying, oh, just the next little town, I want to get a drink. Not whiskey, no, just a proper drink, refreshing drink. And we did this little one street sort of town, and there was a baker's, you know, and there was a little corner shop and all that. So we pulled up further down, so I got out, and as I was walking down, there was a house next to the this little corner shop, like, well, the house was on the corner, the shop was next one down, and the front door opened onto the pavement, and this old guy come out like with a big brush, and he starts brushing, you know, the pavement and all that, and the pavement was dead narrow as well. And I come along, and he just stopped and just stared at me like that. Yeah, you know, a country town, rurals, you know, the yokels, the rednecks. And I just went, all right, mate, you know. I wasn't wearing a kilt back then. I think I had dead short hair as well. Like, this was, by the way, this was pre-Marines. I wasn't in the Marines at the time. And I went in the shop, ding-a-ling on the door and all that. Like, and I think I got 2 bottles of orange juice, and I got them. And I come out, and of course, ding-a-ling again, and the door shuts. And this guy still brushing away. And he looked at me again, and I thought, oh, are you finding me intimidating, like a stranger, you know, in your town? And I just went, oh, don't worry, mate, we're just passing through. And he went, oh, I'm not going to attempt to do the accent. Just passing through. You want to go down to Fiddlesby, damn you, and look at the church? And I went, I'm sorry, where? Fiddlesby, damn you. Fiddlesby, damn you. What the hell? It sounded like, you know, when in church people go like, God go with you, God go with you, and Fiddlesby, damn you. I said, Fiddlesby, damn you. And he went, yeah, look, 2 miles down the road. I said, I can't do the accent. And lovely church. People queue up. They queue up for miles to go into that church. It's busy all the time. I said, okay, I'm not religious, but I love churches. So I'm Mrs. KILT-MAN. So she wasn't Mrs. KILT-MAN, she was Mrs. McEnany. She wasn't, I didn't wear a kilt back in them days. It's a different lifetime altogether. And so I told her about it, she went, whatever. So we just drove down the road, and literally the road just carried on out of this little enclave. And about 2 miles down the road, yeah, we come to like there was a crossroad. Well, it was like a big grassy roundabout with all the roads going up, but I think little tiny things, like, you know, 2 cars couldn't occupy the same space. Well, they can't anyway, without crashing. But you have to pull up onto the verge to let one go past. That's how narrow they were. And I thought, thought, this not a village. There was all lots of high dry stone walls with lots of arboreal stuff on the side. There could have been houses there, but they'd be set behind all this. But what you could see from where we were, directly opposite us, across this roundabout, was a church. And it did look nice. And so, well, that's got to be the church. This must be Fiddlesby Damn You. Couldn't see a street sign anywhere, you know, like a town or a village name. Couldn't see anything like that at all. And even the name of the church, I don't remember that at all. So you couldn't drive into the churchyard. It was just like a gate with like a sort of gable. And you went up a very big flight of stone steps. And the whole thing was built on a sort of slope like that. So we pulled up the car, we went in there. And a lot of them tombstones, those graves in the ground. Aren't they usually in the ground, KILT-MAN? Yeah. You know, like, they're not like standing upright sort of tombstones, headstones. They're actually flat down, right? So the vampire can't get out, obviously. And so then all the inscriptions written on the deck, sort of thing. So you can't read them. They're all like massively old. And this church would have been like, I don't know, 15th century. I don't know. But it was lovely. It was small. It was lovely. Big spire on it. And it was open, of course. Like, it's binging sunshine. It's a lovely summer's day. I thought, like, well, where's all the crowds he's on about, you know? So we went in there and, you know, it was reasonably interesting for about 10 minutes. Stained glass windows, looked at the altar. There was nobody in there. There was no proprietor, nothing like that. No creepy priest coming out the, you know, the chloristry and all that, like, and out the shadows, like Hal Holbrook in the fog, Father Malone. And yeah, it was nice. And the pews were all very weathered by a lot of bums over the centuries. And Mr. KILT-MAN signed the book. And that was a bit weird, the visitor book, because it was on like page 30. And her name was at the top, so I turned the page back and no one had written. The first like 29 pages, there was no names, no one. So why was it open on page 30? And why was her name, the only one in there? We walked out and there was a guy coming up the steps on the path towards us, walking stick and that, like, and he raised the stick to sort of like greet us, good morning and all that, like, and so I was like, oh, all right, mate, and got close, and I know what you're thinking, it wasn't the same guy. That'd be crazy if it was, just like his face, but maybe some teeth missing. He's got longer hair and a silly hat on, and he's an old down and out version of the guy you met previously. Whoa. No, it's a different guy altogether. And he went, good morning. And like the church, do you? And I'm like, yeah, it's great, yeah. I thought there'd be loads of people here. He goes, oh, millions come here, millions. And I'm like looking all the way around the environment. There's only me, Mrs. KILT-MAN, and this guy. And I said, oh, it was recommended to us by a guy in the village just down the road. And he goes, oh, Fiddlesby Damn You. Excuse me. He said, oh, Fiddlesby Damn You. I went, well, no, because that guy said that the church was in Fiddlesby Damn You. He goes, no, this is Esham. Esham, Besham, Masham, Crasham, Basham. Something like that. Anyway, I don't remember. And I was like, no, he said that this was like, and he said, no, Fiddlesby Damn You. It's up the road. You just come from there, haven't you? Fucking hell. Fucking yokels, mate. They're all weird. Didn't they play tricks on people? But even that's weird, isn't it? If they must get together, like the next car that comes through, they must have little meetings, little village meetings of all the town elders, and we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. But it is locals. We couldn't find it on any. You didn't have Google Maps back in those days. You had nothing like that. You had no internet really. Well, you didn't. This is about 1992, something like that. And but you had those great big sort of road maps. And in the UK, they were fucking huge. They were like great big books like that. Turn the page over, and you'd be trying to follow, the B roads and all this like that. And I need a magnifying glass. And of course, the place. This is the thing about them maps. The place you were going to was always on the turn you had to make when you're following the map and you're navigating. It was always in the crease of the pages. And they got a great. You couldn't see out the windscreen because the book was that fucking huge. And like, my God. And we need to get from there to there, but I'm not sure which road we take because it's in the crease of the pages. You couldn't fucking tell. And the other thing about them was like, you know, the road you're following could go off the edge of the page. And you think, wouldn't you? You think that you just turn the page over and it would carry on the other side. So you could put your finger there, turn the page over, and like, oh, there it is, right, back up. No, it would finish at the edge of the page and go like a P45. That was a bit strange, P45. That's a form you don't want to get. And means page 45. So you have to go through to find page 45, and then well, you've got like a chunk of pages there like that, and you go like, where? And you're fucking useless. So we couldn't find Fiddlesby Damn You looking on the big road maps at all. Couldn't find it. I've never looked since, for that matter. I'll have to do that after this video. But how bizarre is that though? Fiddlesby Damn You. Why? Just why? Your mate said about another one of these weird little country towns, and again it was down south. People down south hate the towns up north because they think we're all weird. You go down south, they're even weirder. But and he said like again little yokel little village, and him and his family pulled up there, and they watched as this woman was wheeling a pram down a little cobbled street, and a load of people came out of the shops, and like, you know, they saw this woman coming with the pram, and they all formed a line as the pram came down, and this woman's all proudly walking. Well, got a baby there, and you know, it's gonna be all right. I don't know how the woman was. I wasn't there, so but he said like, yeah, just you know, they've got to pay respect. Maybe it's a newborn baby and all that. Like, and these people like, you know, giving it loads and like, but they formed an orderly line. Little old dears, little old men, you know, and all the, you know, even kids were involved in all this, like almost like a ritual, and they were like looking in and going, oh, and like putting their hand in and like sort of maybe rubbing the baby's head and all that, like, and then they go on like that and like, oh look, and the next person would do it. So he said, well, we have to go and have a look, obviously. So they got out the car and crossed the road. And I'm like, it's lovely to see you and all that. And they had a little look in, and it was the ugliest dog they'd ever seen in their life. It wasn't a baby, it was a dog. We're like, what, just one great big fucking fang, one big tusk at the side of its face. And I'm like, what? Why were they all doing this? And I just went, oh, okay, you know, I got back in the car and fucking floored it. Get out of here! Yokels. You see, I bet in South Alabama, H-Rock has got stories about rednecks out there, that neck of the woods. I bet you. This is still the Frogs soundtrack. Right. That was a hefty little aside, wasn't it? Okay. We have more. We have, another t-shirt. First person. Now, for God's sake, he can't even drive a car. Second person. He was doing very well last night. Maybe someone around here gave him lessons. That's Dr. Sam Loomis talking about our mate Mikey Myers having escaped from the Smith's Grove. So, now H-Rock sent me a fabulous Halloween 2 t-shirt, which I've worn quite a few times, and it'll be coming out again this time of year. This must be Halloween. It is Halloween, I know that. Of course that's Halloween. That's an obvious one, that, mate, to be honest. Dr. Sam Loomis. I wonder if is it a Loomis image? Is it? Okay. No, it's Mikey Boy. It's old Mikey Boy. And you got no. There's Loomis there. There's old Dr. Sam Loomis there. That's got a bit of Halloween, shall we? Do forgive me. I like to play the appropriate music if it's at all possible to do. Bloody how's Halloween gone? Yeah, well, let's see. Mikey Boy. Let's see what the slogans are. It looks like it's official as well. Yeah, it's all printed in the back of the neck. Halloween official. There is no place to run. There is no place to hide. Michael Myers The trick is to stay alive. There's almost a rap there, isn't there? There's no place to hide. Michael Myers, the trick is to stay alive. Sorry, you're looking at... That was very unprofessional of me, wasn't it? Look at that. Isn't that great? And of course, it's his time of year. He's prepping up right now. And of course, he's got no shortage of Michael Myers, William Shatner masks, has he? Because they're 10 a penny now. Get them from Amazon, get them from eBay, get them everywhere. Every joke shop, every toy shop has got Michael Myers masks in there now. And they're all good, usually good ones, because they'll be trick or treats at the very least. Isn't that great? Can we almost see an eye? Can we see an eye? Yeah. Yeah, man. There's a slight eyeball-ish thing there taking place. Outstanding. I'm struggling to think of anything new to say about Halloween, to be honest with you. But of course, Donald Pleasance owns it. Absolutely owns that movie. They're all great in it. You know, you got a bunch of teen actresses that all play it brilliantly. Carpenter was really genuinely assured back then. I think Assault on Precinct 13, Halloween, The Fog, then Escape from New York, obviously, and then the Thing. He was the master of every ability, every skill a filmmaker can have when he did The Thing. And then little bits of that ability and skills got chipped away with each successive movie made afterwards. But his 70s stuff, he didn't know what he could do wrong. It just, I want to do this, so let's just do it. No matter how we make it happen, let's just make it happen. I don't care. I'm not following any rules. And I could, people that are like that, filmmakers that are like that, they're genuine sort of mavericks and renegades. And put George Lucas in that fold as well. You know, they just, I've got a vision and I want to put it on the screen. I don't care how we get to it, but we're going to do it. And of course, that run of movies for Carpenter was just magnificent. And Halloween, so simple. And the greatest evolution that movie made. They were going to call it the Babysitter Killers or the Babysitter Murders, whatever it was like, which is just so generic and shit. And then he went, why don't we set it on Halloween? And then we can call it Halloween. Ta-da! And so it spawns an entire franchise, an entire series. It wasn't meant to be a Michael Myers thing. The idea was Halloween was just going to be, we'll make a movie every year or every other year, and we'll set it around Halloween, and we'll just tell a different spooky story around Halloween. But Michael Myers proved, you can't kill the boogeyman. Quite clearly. So it's eternal. And he'll be back, even though Blumhouse managed to completely shit all over it, like with their crap, infernally, absolutely dross trilogy of movies with their DGG. I won't say his name out loud. I won't say it. It's like saying Candyman 5 times. I don't want to say this director's name in case he does fucking appear. Or maybe he should, because then I can kick the shit out of him. And he tried The Exorcist, failed big time. Wanted to do The Thing as well. Keep your mitts off the classics. God. So yeah, I mean, obviously, what was the line? Oh. Could I put the? Oh, might be this. No, for God's sake, he can't even drive a car. He was doing very well last night. Maybe someone around here gave him lessons. Because he gets into the car that Loomis and oh God, who's the social worker? I've got her name now. Damn it. They're driving up and she goes, "Since when did that walk around at night?" And it's pissing down as well. And he goes, and Loomis sees all the inmates are all out in the grounds. He's like, "Drive to the main gate. Do it now. Do it now." A bit of Arnie. Okay. Oh, another T-shirt. Well, let's look at. Ooh. This is not a movie, but a TV series, and the quote is, "Welcome, art lovers." what this is. Welcome Art Lovers. A TV series. Is it Guillermo del Toro's what did it? Some of the Curiosities, Cabinet of Curiosities, oh, Curiosity Shop. I don't know what it was called. I didn't like it. I've gone right off Guillermo del Toro. My son saw the new Frankenstein the other night and he didn't like it. Well, I'm sure I'll be reviewing that because I love the Frankenstein story and I've covered a lot of different versions. But I am not a fan of Guillermo del Toro anymore. Used to be genius, Pan's Labyrinth, Hellboy, even Mimic to a degree, but and certainly Blade 2. But no, everything since Crimson Peak, you've got to be joking me. So boring and look great, but bore. Sorry, this is not a movie. Is it Dark Shadows? Is it Dark Shadows? Barnabas Collins. Yeah, Sam Loomis talking now. If it's Dark Shadows, I've got the score to that. Robert Colbert did the score. Is it Dark Shadows though? Is this another VHS or Betamax? Welcome Art Lovers though. Oh, for God's sake. I can't get into it. I'm going to bring out the big blades. Well, even that's not working. This could be something I don't even know. I can't get into this. Oh, Rod Serling's Night Gallery. Well, it features glow in the dark. Glow in the dark? What glows in the dark? Let's have a look, shall we? Give you this. Features glow in the dark. Well, there's Rod Serling anyway. Like Twilight Zone, big anthology series. And I don't know it too well, so that's absolutely friggin' brilliant. A lot of great stars within these shows. Also in Twilight Zone, also in many other TV shows. A lot of movie stars were in them as well. So what do we get? Includes 98 stories of terror. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Night Gallery. Oh, Art Lovers, of course, yeah. Prepare for the chill of a lifetime as the master of suspense Rod Serling, Twilight Zone, hosts 98 stories of terror in this classic series, featuring every spine-tingling episode from all 3 seasons of Night Gallery. Directed by cinematic masters like Steven Spielberg and with guest performances by Hollywood legends like Diane Keaton, who's literally just died a few days ago, Joan Crawford, Sally Field, Mickey Rooney, and more. This collector's complete series set is one not to miss. Absolutely brilliant. There's a few extra features too. Of course, you had Carl Kolchak, The Night Stalker, was absolutely brilliant TV show, and 2 brilliant TV movies. But I've never seen. If I have seen any of these, I don't remember them at all. I was Outer Limits in Twilight Zone, and Night Stalker, and a bit of Dark Shadows, because Dark Shadows actually had a few movies, a few TV movies. Dan Curtis did Dark Shadows and Carl Kolchak, Night Stalker. But brilliant stuff. You got me there. I didn't know that one at all. He's gone from here. The evil is gone. Another figure. And the quote is, "Help, go on, go. Get to the chopper. Help, go on, go. Oh, I don't know. Is it Texas Chainsaw Massacre again? I don't know. There's another figure in here. And I'm kind of thinking, is it going to be another Toonie Terror? H-Rock, I don't know what it is. Help, go on. Is it Mrs. Doyle from Father Ted? Go on. Go on! I don't know what it is. Oh shit, and I can't get into it either. If I start speeding up, it's because my daughter is due home from uni and she'll be hungry. That's it. Got another big clue. Note, the stand doesn't seem to work. Doesn't seem to work so hot. The head turns and so do the arms, hands and feet. Ooh. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. That's not a spider, is it? Oh, I'm looking at its side arm, like it's lying down. Oh. It is Texas Chainsaw Massacre again. What's the quote again? Is it... Do you know what? I can't remember the quote from the movie now. Help. Go on. Go. Is it the end of the movie? It is the end of the movie. Where she meets the guy in the air. Oh, God. What's the truck called? Black Bear? Black Lives Matter. Something like that. And it's the big dude. Oh. Oh. Leatherface. With his pretty woman mask on. And he's missing something, isn't he? And I thought, my God, what's happened to that? It's in here. The chainsaw is here. Oh, God. Oh, it's an armadillo. Remember the dead armadillo? The grim warning as they're driving up. The dead armadillo on the road. There it is. Holding it by its tail. That's brilliant. I didn't expect to see that in there. So he has another chainsaw again. So let's get that in there. Yeah. I'm not great with chainsaws. I've told you the story about chainsaws and me. No, I didn't hurt anyone. But I could have hurt myself quite badly. It's going to get you. It's going to get you. The boogeyman is coming. Ah, these little fucking scroats. I deal with kids like that now. All the time. Oh, I can't get the chainsaw. Look, I'm going to have to do that in a bit. But there he is, coming after Sally Hardesty at the end. And what a classic movie. You never get tired of watching it, to be honest. Although I did miss the quote. There's a base for him here as well. But I'll put that there for now. And get his armadillo nice and safe as well from any oncoming traffic. We have... Is that the Tower of Orthanc? Something from Lord of the Rings with it. Yeah. Okay. There's a first person. The way I see it is we can all just stay here and we can defend ourselves. Now can't we hotshot? I said can't we hotshot? Second person. Don't call me hotshot. And don't call me Shirley. Leslie Nielsen. First person, I'll call you any damn thing I like. Your batting average is pretty bad. Can't think what it is. Is it? It's not an airplane, is it? Is it Hot Shots? Well, they're not 70s, are they? Oh, mate, I don't know what that is. Let me get into this. What's our best way into this? I don't know what it is. Is it eco horror again? Is it? Sounds like a comedy. That sounds like Leslie Nielsen. Almost something like he'd say in Creepshow as well. You know, Leslie Nielsen is in Creepshow. Well, the way I see it, we can all just stay here and we can defend ourselves. Now, can't we hotshot? I said, can't we hotshot? Don't call me hotshot. I'll call you any damn thing I like. Your batting average is pretty bad. Oh, no, you got me again. I don't know what this is. Is this the best way in? Ah, it's definitely well, we knew it was a poster, didn't we? Oh God. I thought there'd be more clues. Oh, yeah. Hey? For centuries they were hunted for bounty, fun and food. Now it's their turn. Well, it's not Grizzly, but it's by the same guy. It's William Girdler's Day of the Animals, which, if I remember rightly, does star Leslie Nielsen. Does it? It does star, I'm sure it does. Linda Day George, which is Christopher George's wife. Christopher George is the star of this. Richard Jekyll's in this as well. Richard Jekyll's in Grizzly. Michael Ansara, who was in, he was Klingon war clan leader Kang in Star Trek Day of the Dove. And this is like all the animals turn on you know, the big game hunters. And do you know what? Here's a little thing for you. I love William Girdler's work on Grizzly, and I don't remember ever seeing this movie. I know of the movie, I just don't remember ever seeing it. I may have done, I've never had a copy of it, so I honestly don't know. But there's the poster, big cats. Speaking of cats, after being such a pain in the ass all morning, she seems to have done a runner. But there. Mate, I'm going to speed along with this now, because we've still got the big thing to go. Oh, it's got another... Oh, no. That's what that came out of. There's a film I need to watch. He did brilliant... I'm a massive fan of Grizzly, so I need to see that. So we're still on there, Halloween there. We got some fridge magnets. I know, because it says fridge magnets. So, and you know, great big, massive, ultra-modern, futuristic fridge freezer system over there. There's no magnets on it. We've got metal, old school filing cabinet there, which you used to see in all the videos when I first started doing this. You'd always see that in the background. And we've got one down, well, one of the holes. We've got another one of these. And of course, they're perfect for putting fridge magnets on. And especially old movie ones like this. We have The Omen. There's The Omen. Fantastic. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Sorry, suppress a little burp there. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Who will survive? And what will be left of them? The Hills of Eyes. Why? I was talking about this Hills of Eyes last night, and for the life of me, I can't remember why. Oh, and you know how much I love Hills of Eyes. Piranha! Yeah, so again, 70s eco horror. Piranha. Belinda Bolaski, Barbara Steele, Bradford Dillman again. You mentioned him. Bug, he was in Bug. I'll put those over there for the time being. They'll be adorning this because there's still plenty of space on it. We have another t-shirt. What are they doing? Why did he come here? Some kind of instinct, memory of what they used to do. This was an important place in their lives. What's important in people's lives? Shopping! Buying stuff, having stuff, going to shopping centres, or in America, shopping malls. So even after they've died, they're still going back there. And then it's like Steve and David Emge talking to Peter, Ken Faree. What are they doing? Why did they come here? Some kind of instinct. Memory of what they used to do. This was an important place in their lives. It is, of course, Dawn of the Dead. So, we have to do this now. We have to do this. Don't we? Monroeville Mall. Let's do that. Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. This is all music from Dawn of the Dead. Which, of course, George Romero used a lot of library tracks. Jack Tromby did some of my favourite tracks which are in Dawn of the Dead. And yeah, before you go, oh, it's Goblin did the soundtrack. Yes, Goblin supplied an original soundtrack to it, which is in a lot of scenes. But the film is wall-to-wall music. and most of its library tracks, which George Miller was a big fan of. The DeWolf library of music. And I've not got a single Dawn of the Dead t-shirt. I was eyeing one up on Amazon only about 2-3 weeks ago. And it's not in my basket, not like that. I wonder if it's this. It doesn't matter if it isn't. Oh. You guys will see it first. It's got to be Dawn. It's got to be Dawn of the Dead. It's got to be Dawn of the Dead. I can't see. I can't see. Am I right? It's Dawn of the Dead. Have we got zombies? Have we got SWAT team? Oh yes. We have our heroes are all there. Oh, that's pretty nice, isn't it? And I don't know this one. This isn't the one I had. I need lighter fluid. I need lighter fluid. You bag it. A game. Yeah. And you start smacking heads with the plastic butts of their. Oh, they're not M16s. I've been down this road before. They're not actually using M16s in this. They're using cut down 2.2 versions, which have a fake magazine for the 5.56 bullets that should be in it. And there's a little magazine that slots inside with 2.2 bullets. It's all Ramiro could get. But they look like M16s, unless you know the weapons. No, not. I can't remember what they're called. But look at that. Trying to open the doors with the keys and it's not working. And the zombies are closing in on them. I'll show you again. Look at that. Is there a slogan? Yes, they've got a slogan. When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth. Have we got any of the lead zombies there? Oh! Oh, no, I'm not sure about that. There is one that has, he's got a football shirt on. It says Backs, Arco, Pitcairn. And I thought that guy was him, but it's not. Unless I'm reading that wrong. No, it is him. It says Backs, Arco, Pitcairn. Brilliant, brilliant. Have you got the zombie with the one who's obsessed with guns? Have we got the nurse zombie? Oh, I don't know. What other bits have we got? Oh, we got the trucks. We got the trucks driving up here, trying to seal off all the entrances and all that. Where, of course, poor Roger, Scott H. Reiniger, gets bitten. Now you straight. Yeah, I'm straight, yeah. But come on, man. We got this. We got this by the ass. What an absolute classic bunch of heroes who I had the privilege of stopping in front of in a London film festival. Was it Comic Con? Oh, I'm not sure what it was. Big festival. Me and my mate Lee Van Keith had our own little company together, and selling action figure stands. And I've told you this before. But when you set up and right before people come in, you can all the stall holders can walk around and you can see all the interviews, the signee people, all the guest celebrities. And I walked down this empty aisle, very similar to like maybe Dawn of the Dead shopping mall, the Monroeville shopping mall. And I walked down this, I was completely on my own, there's all stalls either side. And I turned and looked, and on one of the biggest stalls was Galen Ross, who plays Fran. David Emge plays Steve, and Flyboy. Ken Faree, Peter, Scottish Reiniger as Roger, we're all sitting there. And I just went, I've never been starstruck in my life. But I was like, and I went, yeah. Ken Faree was like laughing and he was going like, yeah, come over. And I was like, and I couldn't speak. So my endless shame, I just went and walked off. Biggest chance I could ever have had of meeting absolute iconic screen heroes which I grew up with and loved. And then they all were, and I just went, what an absolute mong. I'll never forgive myself for that. Never forgive myself for that. Cheers, but I'll wear that t-shirt with pride. And I'll tell everyone that story later on. So, oh, hang on. Do not bend. So saith the Lord. Okay. The power lines that fell down are still sending juice into the ground. That's thousands of volts with soaking wet mud to act as a conductor. Yeah, and as soon as the light hits them, they disappear. Well, mud and power lines down, that says one thing to me. Worms. That says, and I've got this. I might be wrong with this, to be honest with you. It sounds like what I'm thinking of, which is Jeff Lieberman's 1976 film Squirm, about power lines going down and igniting the mud and energizing the worms, and the worms suddenly become carnivorous and start burrowing into people's faces. They come out of shower heads and they're going all over women and this guy falls into a pit full of worms, and they're all sort of like very vintage facial latex effects and prosthetics. I think David Cronenberg shivers with the worms going through all the bodies, but Square had it as well. But is it Square? My daughter has just messaged me. Probably saying like, yeah, hope you've done your video because I'm effing starving, father. Okay. I don't know. I might. This was the night of the crawling terror. It doesn't have. I'm going with Squirm on this. Squeaky Squirmy. It's Squirm. It's definitely. Oh yes, yes. That is it. It's a nasty, horrible, wriggly, skin crawling movie, but it's brilliant. It is brilliant. Jeff Lieberman, who did Blue Sunshine and something else which I can't remember. There's no one really famous in this, but we'll give him a shout out. Don Scardino, Patricia Piercy, R.A. Dow, and Gene Sullivan. And it's an icky, horrible image. I've got the novelisation, and the novelisation, I forget who did it. Was it Alan Dean Foster? Did every other fucking novelisation of movies going? And it's a guy going, and there's all worms coming out of his face, and like, and there's blood coming out of his ears and his eyes. It is a great movie, and a great creepy soundtrack. Very 70s, very edgy, and done by Robert Prince. That's outstanding. Folks, I will have to get on to the main course now. So, my daughter's just arrived. I've heard the portcullis rise. So, I won't be long, promise you. Things you gotta do. What's in there will get its own video as well. So, what I have to do now is be as quick as possible, but you're gonna see it, and let's get on to what you now know is very clearly. Oh, fucking hell, where is it? Oh, dear Lord. We're back on Jaws again. Right, here we go. Oh, God. It's a bit heavier than you think. Right, so there's something in here, right? There's a little envelope here. There's something in it. She said he was going to put a couple of things in the pockets of this. The pockets? What could it be then, Kilty? It's not a bag of nuts then, is it? You know. Oh, let's just do it. We had the quote. Oh, the quote is. I've never read it before. Yeah, this here is a real fine piece of history that I bought for you, Mr. McEnany. But I don't know what those mercy sharks are going to do with it. Might eat it, I suppose. The sea will need to kilt off a man one time. You were there, you saw that. Really embarrassing. Especially when the shark went, ugh, and spat the kilt back out again. And then there's this, attention. Oh, you're quite the artist, H-Rock, mate. Now, I know what's in here, and you guys are pretty clued up. I forgot to stick this in the pocket of the jacket. Just a little something to keep all the hair out of your eyes when you're fishing for porkers. Porkers? Mr. Hooper? It's Quint's bandana. Yeah, and oh, do you know what? It's going to suit me, this. I do wear bandanas sometimes, like, let's just do this. I will tell you, the last time I did a Quint sort of video and I dressed up as Quint and I took all the hair away and all that, I had offcuts of my own hair, right? When you brush your hair, you get all like, pull it all that. And I tried to stick them on the my sides, to give me like Quint sideburns. And I sat and I thought, that's working. And I got like 10 minutes into the video and like one just went, and peeled itself off completely. I'll try and get that sorted. What is in here, folks, I'm going to tell you right now, is Quint's jacket. You all know me. I have or what I had as my Quint jacket, but it wasn't an authentic one. I don't mean the one that Robert Shaw wore. I don't mean that at all. The jacket is a 1951, an M51 Korean War combat jacket for the US forces. That's what Quint wears. It's distressed, it's been modified, so there's elements which they changed for the movie, or that may just have been the jacket which they got hold of in the first place. And you have Quint's name patch, name tag on it as well, done in the old naval style, because he's Navy. And the jacket, it's rock, mate. It's here, mate. And I need to have a swig of this too. This has been the holy grail. H-Rock sent me Brody's police shirt with his police chief badge and the Amity Police Department patch on the shoulder, and I've worn that loads and I fucking love it. Yeah. Okay, 10 minutes tops. I'm sorry, folks. Sorry, H-Rock. You know what I'm like. I look like some kind of fucking Apache. So the jacket that I've worn as cosplay with Quint has been not the M51, because at the time when I started doing it, the Quint videos, I couldn't get hold of that jacket for love nor money. They were not in the UK at all. They simply weren't there. So I used a Vietnam tropical man's jacket, combat jacket. It's basically a shirt. we'd call it a shirt in this country, but Americans you'd call it'd be a jacket. And so I was wearing that, and I put a Quint name tag on it. And to all intents and purposes, it kind of worked. People just knew what you're doing with the the blue shirt underneath and all that, like, and the cap on and all that. But the real jacket you're about to see, and I know H-Rock's got one of these as well, but he went out and he found this, and this is it's stained and battle worn. Oh man, yeah. The pockets are correct, the zip is correct, the buttons are correct. Oh, he's put the name tag on it. He didn't. He told me he was going to put that in the pocket so we could put it on ourselves, but he's put it on. He's done it already. I didn't know he was going to do that. It's stenciled on, old canvas. That's how they were done. Oh man, I didn't know you were going to do that. Oh, it's brilliant. Now this has got the liner in it, and there is a hood as well, which is, I think, he's put in the pocket. Obviously, Quint doesn't wear a hood. There's the hood in the pocket there. I'll put that over here. I'll put this on. There is the official military tag. Short, medium, men's jacket. I can't read the rest. But he did tell me this was like sort of, I think it said M58 on it, or sort of a date of 58. Now, even though the M51 is from 1951, right? It was modified again in 1957. So a jacket after that would be the M57, but they didn't change much. So this jacket is still essentially, without a doubt, it's what Robert Shaw wears in Jaws. We've got some more labels here which are definitely, they've seen better days. There you are. Coat, men's field, olive green, shade 107, is that? Damn it, I can't read it in the light. I will do more on this jacket. This is the main thing, you know. Okay, gotta put it on, haven't I? Let's put it on, shall we? Little shaking, little tenderizing. and on you go. Well, any worries about it not fitting me? I can't. I do not look anything at all like Quint, do I? In this. That's. Have I got something to tie it up with? Oh, it doesn't matter. What does it matter? What does it matter? Look at this. There we go. Correct pockets. Now, what you should do. Well, you don't want to. You don't need to do this, but that flap is ripped off in Jaws. The left pocket flap. So let's fold that one. Just fold it in. That's what, yeah, that's all you need to do. There's some other bits of rips and tears. This is missing. This little bit there, and they shorten the sleeves on it as well for him. And whatever the reason officially may be, but they shorten the sleeves on it. So it's blue, which was a Shamroll work shirt. It wasn't a Navy shirt from, you know, US Navy wore these throughout the First and Second World Wars and onwards. The sort of navy blue Shamroll shirt. It was a Levi's orange tab shirt that he wears in the movie. Just took the orange tab off it, like that's what he wears. Now I've got a shirt very similar. I know that H-Rock's got another very similar shirt as well, but the shortened sleeves allowed, you can see the blue. So I don't know, from an aesthetic point of view, maybe it was to show a bit more colour to his character. Just, you know, he's got it looks like he's wearing a denim work shirt, you know, but we know it's meant to symbolise the Navy, and you can see it. His collars come over the top of the jacket, and they poke at the bottom of the sleeves. I will do something to that, I'm sure. H-Rock, you rock, sir. You fucking rock. You want to let that breathe for it? No, it's all right. I'm not going to crush this just yet. I want permission. I want permission to do that because it is classic, isn't it? It's too good to crush, but it should be crushed because it completes the circle. So let's take. Oh, it feels good as well. So let's do a bit of zippage. He wears it open as well. KILT-MAN can't even work a zip. You've got to be careful with, this is vintage, this is not a repro, this is vintage. You've got to be careful with vintage zips. They can really, you know, come a cropper. So you have studs, press studs, you have drawstrings down there, you know, down here, and you have drawstring around the waist as well. So it's double drawstringed. Not too good, is it, Chief? Well, nothing's ever easy, is it? It's a 20-footer. 25. 3 tons of him. Yeah, of course I've got the Jaws vest on, like, but... Oh, it feels wonderful. It feels great. Let's have a look around the back. Now, you probably haven't seen this on this too well, but it is stained. There are like little patches of like what look like oil, and there's don't know if you can see there. Oh, you probably can't see. There's like stains and things. It's got to look weathered. It's got to look. My hair looks longer now. I'm wearing a jacket. It's got to look battered and worn. When we saw Jaws in 3D, I know that's a bit of a sore point for H-Rock at the moment because the version he went to see in 3D, the 3D was diabolical. It didn't work at all. They had a terrible time. And of course, me and my son had seen it, and I was doing videos going, "It's the best. It's the best 3D I've ever seen. It's like seeing Jaws for the first time," and it genuinely was. You guys had a really bad, rare experience there. I'm so sorry about that. But I saw things on this jacket which I'd never seen before in all the gazillion times I've seen Jaws, stains down the spine of it, down the back, and discolorations and here, there, everywhere. And I thought, oh, I've got to do some work on my jacket then. But if only I could get an M51 to do it properly. And look what happens. There you go. We have the M51. The M65. I know people are going like, that's the M65 that Stallone wears in First Blood. And don't he wear it in Southern Comfort? You know, no, I have a black M65, I have a desert M65, I have a tiger stripe, I have a woodland camouflage, and I have the olives drab M65 with the waving US flag for Stallone from First Blood. And no, the M65 was born out of this jacket. This jacket served in Vietnam in the early years, and probably a lot longer, because, you know, supplies, if people wanted to wear, they're out, you know, in country, they're going to wear whatever they feel comfortable in. So, you know, and this one, it served well. It's a cold weather jacket with a liner and the hood in North Korea. Obviously worked in Vietnam as well, in the Highlands and all that. So this jacket saw service in Vietnam as well. The Vietnam jacket that I have was devised for Vietnam. And it's a tropical combat shirt. Jacket, as the Americans call it, but it's a shirt, you know, basically. But look at this. I mean, we're not playing any Quint stuff at all, am I? Oh, the cat is here. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5. That's the cat wrecking the kitchen door. Our kitchen door. I'll do something on this at some point. The door is going in like that now. It looks like the chunk taken out of Ben Gardner's boat. It looks like a shark has been at that. It's not. It's a cat. But still just as frightening. It's a tug on the line. He straps himself into the you know, his what do they call it? The gun seat, the war seat, the fighting chair. That's it. This sort of stuff normally rolls off my tongue, you know, all the Jaws quotes and Quintisms, all the terms, but sometimes, like I mentioned with Dawn of the Dead, I was a bit in awe, starstruck by seeing all the cast there, heroes of mine. I feel the same way right now because what he's done here is he's given us something which I can wear and show my love for this movie to all and sundry, and go out and about wearing this and feeling like Quint, you know, not looking much like him at the moment, but you know, I can do, and I can assure us I'll sound like him, you know. But I've wanted the authentic jacket, and the irony is, believe it or not, when I got the tropical Vietnam shirt, and then I started doing all the videos again for the Jaws' 50th, I looked again for the M51, and suddenly in the UK you could get a lot of reproductions. They were available again, but Halloween Rock got on to me, so like, I'm gonna get that jacket for you. Don't worry, I'm gonna get that jacket. So I didn't buy any repro, and obviously it was best not to have done, because this is gonna kick the tits off all of those. It's perfect. It's perfect, sir. Cheers, brother. And he's got the deck shoes. He's got a good looking pair of pants which mimic Quint's. He's got the Shamrock shirt, and he's got his own M51 as well, and a great cap as well. So, you know, we are Quints across the pond. One day we'll meet up. Yeah, Knock-a-Nolan, St. Paddy's Day, Boston. Arm wrestling contest. Big Chinese guy, you pull me right over. Celebrate my third wife's demise. Quint is just fucking. He's got to be one of the greatest characters ever, be it in literature or be it in cinema. Either way, he's nailed it. They're champing at the bit now. Obviously, I put out too much chum. It's attracted all the sharks of the KILT-MAN mansion. They're all coming in. Hooper! Don't wait for me! What I've got to do, we've still got plenty of the year left to celebrate Jaws' 50th. I haven't neglected Hooper. I have, but we can do Hooper. I can have a lot of fun with Hooper as well. So you're going to get more Sharky Jaws videos. You'll get more on this. Definitely more on this. But mate, it's definitely, it's heavier because it's got the liner in it. So it's a chunkier jacket. That can be removed, that can be taken out. Like the M65, take the liner out. Because it's nice and light in the movie. You can see it's nice and light. And the hood. It is iconic. The Korean, the mad nun. The US Korean jacket, the fishtail parka, the end. Oh, I forgot what its designation is now. That I was a mod in the early '80s mod revival. The mods, skins, rockers, mods. We were into the Who and the Jam, you know. And we wore fishtail parkas. Of course, I never kept mine, did I? Didn't keep it. What an idiot! They were like, they're long and you fasten them between your legs and all that. Like, great big hood on them as well. They were literally for the mountain cold weather. They were brilliant. Again, a variation upon this. N2B, was it N2B? I can't remember now. Well, Squirm, Dawn of the Dead, Frogs, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Narragansett, Jaws. Oh god, what else? There's so many things. Halloween, obviously. Night Gallery. Oh, I'm going to enjoy that. That's something I don't really know. And I've been reviewing Hammer House of Horror TV episodes, and there'll be more of those as well. Right, folks, we're out of here. There's something far worse and far deadlier than a great white coming at me. It's two females of the kilted family who are hungry, and they're prowling just there. Cheers, y'all. H-Rock. Cheers, my friend. I'll be in touch with you. I'll give you a shout later. Right, folks. I have been always Shabby KILT-MAN. Please, in the meantime, it's ever like, let's go sharking in between time. Please keep it kilted, keep it kilted. I'm going to see you all. Halloween is definitely, it's official now. We've begun Halloween. A lot more to come. Take it easy.